you guys can see, it is starting to look like something, right? What's going on, everybody? Kiara Moon here, and welcome back to another episode of Like It Is. Okay, so in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to do the perfect brow. Over the past years, I've gotten a few requests to do this type of video, so I definitely want to start doing more of these type of how-to videos when it comes to makeup, skincare, or anything of that nature. Just like in my last video, like I said, I'm not a professional at all. If you guys haven't seen my last video, please go check it out. It's a complete how to apply concealer for men, so make sure you guys go on over and check that video out after you get done watching this video.
We've got a long way to go, oh, and there's no going back to like it is, the life we used to know.
Okay, so to get the perfect eyebrow, you only need 4 specific things. One of those is the eyebrow brush. You guys need the eyebrow brush. I'll hold it up so you guys can see that. You need the eyebrow brush because that's for like brushing the hairs, you know, making sure there's nothing inside of the hairs, making sure the hairs are all going one specific way, things of that nature. The other thing you're going to need is the Q-tip, the famous Q-tip, just a regular old Q-tip. You just need one of those, one for each side. And honestly, that's to clean up any excess that you may have after you're done. So you're definitely gonna need that. Number 3 is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. So if you guys can see that, I will pretty much, again, post all of this stuff in the description below. Okay, this is not working. I'm not even gonna like waste my time.
Cut the cameras.
So the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, you definitely need that because that helps fill in the brows. That helps, you know, kind of give it its shape and give it some character. The last thing you're going to need is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. So this thing right here, and it is super easy to get. I got all of this at Ulta. If you go to Ulta Beauty store, they have literally everything that I have right in front of me. I think except the Q-tip, but you can get those at any local drugstore. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started so I can show you guys how to do the perfect eyebrow. Okay, so for this specific video, I'm going to take off one of the eyebrows with a, not an alcohol pad. This is an exfoliating pad from L'Oreal. You guys see that right there? It's an exfoliating pad from L'Oreal. There we go, right there, bam. Okay, so I'm going to just take one of them off. And I have a mirror right here in front of me, so I'll be looking at this most of the time, but just follow along if you can. So I'm just gonna remove one of my eyebrows that I have filled in right now, so that you guys can see how exactly like I get it to be perfect. Okay, so now that one of them is off, I look completely crazy right now. Like, I look like a freaking fool right now, okay? So first thing first is you're gonna wanna use your Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. So you're gonna just pop the top off, and it has 2 ends. One of them is the actual like color stuff or whatever that you fill in the eyebrow with, and the other one is the eyebrow brush, and just in case you don't have one. But I like to use both of them because this one has more of like a lighter texture to it. Like it has more of like a softer texture to it. And this one right here has more like a rough, like hard. It kind of takes off the product just a little bit. It helps blend the product a little bit more. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually not use this side, but I'm going to use this side. I'm going to take off any kind of like excess that I may have inside of the brow. So I'm just going to brush it just like that. So first step is to brush the brow. First step is to brush the brow. And you want to make sure you brush it in the way that your hair naturally goes. So don't like brush over or up or sideways or whatever the case may be. Like actually look at your eyebrow and like actually brush the way that the hairs are going, right? Brush it the way that the hairs are going. All right, so now that we have brushed our hairs in the way that we want them, in the way that they go, now we're gonna take our Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and we're gonna get started with creating what's called an outline. So number 1, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to like put it up against my nose right here. I know I kind of like sound like really crazy right now, but this is where your eyebrow starts, okay? This is where it starts. This is where your eyebrow ends. So you just line up the edge of your nose and the edge of your eye, and bam, that's where your eyebrow ends right there, right? And then the arch of the eyebrow is right here. So you're gonna kind of cut your nose on an angle and then cut your eyeball at an angle right there. And that is where the arch is going to go, as far as like the arching of the eyebrow. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use those steps to make marks on the eyebrow. I'm being very particular and very specific right now because I really wanna show you guys that it's all about the detail. Again, just you're gonna put it right there, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna press your pencil or whatever you have, whatever you use, up against your face just like that, and you're going to draw a line just like that. It's going to seem very crazy at first, but I promise it's going to make sense. So you just want to create that line right there. So you want to make sure that line, and obviously I wanted to I'm going to exaggerate it just so you guys can see, but that's the line right there that your eyebrow starts, right? And then you're going to draw the outer edge right here, and you're going to mark where it ends. So you're just going to draw another line of where it ends. So I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit more. So right there, right? That's where it ends. And then the arch part of the eyebrow, I'm gonna show you guys how to do that as well. So again, you want to split the eye at an angle right there. And then you're gonna just take your pencil and just mark where the arch is. Okay, so now we have our 3 points. 1, 2, 3. We have our 3 points, and now it's time to connect them. Okay, so I like to start with the bottom first, with connecting like the bottom of the eyebrow, just to make that perfect like arch. So very lightly, we're going to make the outline at the bottom. So you're just lightly stroking up, just like that. Lightly stroking up, just like that. To connect the bottom. And if you mess up, that's why you have your Q-tip for. Okay, so as you can see, I've connected the bottom of the eyebrow just like that, and I've taken it all the way to that mark, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the bottom of the eyebrow to the arch of the eyebrow, and then we're going to stop right there. Okay, so now that we have that created right there, and then we have the bottom all like lined up, now it's time to go ahead and do the front part of the eyebrow. So where the inner corner is here and connected to the arch. So you're going to be going like up at an angle at it, okay? Not straight across. So you're going to connect at an angle. Okay, so now that you have that connected, see? Okay, now that you have that connected right there, now what you're going to do is you're going to blend some of that in. So again, I like to take my rough spoolie here, or eyebrow brush, and I like to just go ahead and just start from the front, because you want to gradually have like a nice fade up to the front, and then like it gets darker. So I like to just go ahead and like smoothen out the front edge of the eyebrow, and then just carry it to the back. Carry it to the back, just like that. Okay, now you guys see? Okay. All right, so now that we have that done, now we're going to take our Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil, and we're going to actually start to fill in the eyebrow at this point. So we're going to start at the back of the eyebrow, because I feel like when people start here, they start way too dark, you know. So start at the back of the eyebrow and then work your way that way. So start here, work your way here. And you want to just fill in where there's missing spaces. So like if there's like any kind of hairs or whatever that are like missing, you want to make sure you just fill those in. And again, I am looking in this mirror down here because this monitor is like way too small for me to like look in. Again, you're gonna work your way gradually up to the front, and you're just filling it in, filling those blank spaces in. You're not filling everything in, or you're not going on top of anything. You're legit just filling in what's not there. After you're done filling that in, you can go with your eyebrow pencil or the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the softer side and just go ahead and smoothen that on out, just like that. Again, this is just my way of doing things. You guys can do it however you want to, but this is just my technique. Obviously, again, we started here on the outside and worked our way that way with filling in. And we only filled in the portion that was not there, like hairs that did not exist at all. We didn't go on top of anything. We just filled in things that were not there, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're going to take our Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow, so this thing right here, we're gonna take this and we're gonna actually take just a little bit, like look, I'm like lightly just dipping it in there. I'm barely getting any product onto the brush, right? And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start from right here and go back that way with darkening it. So this right here just kind of blends it even more. And it's okay to go on top of stuff that you've already done, but this again just gives it a little bit more depth and dimension and texture and contrast. So it definitely helps make the brow look more natural, more, you know, smoother. So here we go. I'm very light with what I do. Okay, so now that we have that filled in like that, we're going to go ahead and smoothen it out just like so. And as you guys see, like the eyebrow is actually like taking a nice shape. As you guys can see, let me dip it just a little bit more. Just need a little bit more product on there. Again, like I said, you can always, I like to do, less is honestly more. Less is honestly more. So I like to just keep it very, very light. And if I need to add any extra, I can do that. You know, I just don't like to just cake it all on there at once. I'm gonna like to do it in different stages so that everything makes sense and everything is blended out really, really well. Now, what I like to do with the excess here, I like to start at the front of the brow. Again, we didn't re-dip the brow at all. You're taking the excess of the dip brow and you're going to apply that excess on the front of your brow towards the middle. So now you're kind of connecting this edge right here with the middle. And I like to kind of go in at an angle, so I don't like to like press down or press at all. I like to kind of smooth, like cut it at an angle, like a nice 45-degree angle, to really brush very, very lightly on certain spots. I would say you do have to like kind of have some kind of like artistry about you or artisticness about you. I would say that. And again, I like to start where there's no hair right here. And I like to just brush just like that so that it looks better, honestly, so you're not taking away a whole lot of product. All right, so now that we have that done, what we're gonna do now is we're going to clean up the brow. So we're gonna take this Q-tip right here and we're going to go ahead and start cleaning up the brow. So honestly, I just clean it up by going over the outside, bam, and cleaning it up. You don't need any razors. You don't need any kind of, unless your stuff is like growing out wild, then you want to use a razor or wax or things of that nature before you start doing this process. This process right here is after you have like arched your eyebrows, like with a razor or wax or clippers or whatever you use, and then you do this type of step. Now that I have that all cleaned up, as you guys can see, it is starting to look like something, right? Look, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Also, be sure to click that big red subscribe button and click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video every Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you for watching. See you in the next one.
Like it is the life we used